When we say metal, the first thing we think of is its shining. Have you ever wondered about the metallic sheen of bugs? Is this bug made of gold? Look how this lovely bluish-green metallic beetle resembles one of the ores of copper. Is it a copper-plated snake? An insect with a metallic effect similar to that of iron ore? It may be difficult for you to pick out this fish if it is kept in an aluminium box. Look at this periodic table. You can see that most of the table is occupied by metals. Elements in the segments A and A' are metals. Elements in the segments B and B' are nonmetals. In between these two segments, you can find segment C. Elements present in segment C are called metalloids, since they have the characteristics of both metals and nonmetals. Though hydrogen is a nonmetal, it has a unique status in the periodic table. These metals are further classified into alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, transition elements, inner transition elements, also called rare earth metals, and other metals. Nonmetals are classified into halogens, inert gases, and other nonmetals. We have metalloids that have both metallic and nonmetallic characters. Examples: silicon, germanium, astatine, antimony, and polonium. Let's see some examples of metals and nonmetals. Calcium is a metal and sulfur is a nonmetal. Sodium is a metal. Because of its reactivity with water, it should be kept in oil. Oxygen gas is a nonmetal. It is a vital gas for living beings. You may have seen oxygen cylinders in hospitals. Lead shots are metal. Chlorine gas is a nonmetal. Copper is a metal. Hydrogen is a nonmetal. Being a gas, it is stored in cylinders. Aluminium is a metal, and liquid bromine is a nonmetal. Look at this zinc sheet metal. Nitrogen is a gaseous nonmetal kept in a cylinder. You may have seen the metal lithium in batteries used in calculators, watches, etc. Helium gas is a nonmetal. It takes you high in the sky. Most metals are solids. Nonmetals are mostly liquids and gases. There are a few exceptions in both cases. Mercury is a liquid metal. Other examples are cesium, francium, and gallium. Though iodine is a nonmetal, it is a lustrous solid. However, on heating, it sublimes into gas. When a metal is polished, it takes on a shiny appearance. This is called metallic luster. Nonmetals do not acquire a metallic appearance when polished. Metals are hard. They have high density. Exceptions: lithium, sodium, and potassium. Sodium is soft, and we can cut it as if we were cutting cheese with a knife. Nonmetals are soft. The graphite form of carbon is soft, whereas its diamond form is exceptionally hard because of its cage-like structure. Diamond cutting tools are used for cutting sheet metals. Metals have high melting points and boiling points. Exceptions: gallium and cesium melt even at room temperature. Non-metals have low boiling and melting points. Exception: diamond is very hard and is used as a cutting tool for glass and metal sheets. Metals have high tensile strength and are malleable. They can be expanded into sheets by heating and hammering. Non-metals are not malleable and become brittle on hammering. Metals can be extended as rods and wires. They can be bent into different forms without breaking. This property of metal is called ductility. Look at this steel wire being bent into a shape to form a fish lure. Can you imagine doing the same with a graphite rod? Non-metals are not ductile. Metals are good conductors of heat. Example: copper-bottomed vessels. Non-metals are not good conductors of heat. Metals are good conductors of electricity. Power cables are made of copper or aluminum wires wrapped with insulated material. Non-metals are not good conductors of electricity. Exception: graphite. Do not mark on a circuit board with pencil. Metals are sonorous. They make a ringing sound when they are hit. Example: church bell. Non-metals are not sonorous. Example: when we knock two pebbles, there is no ringing sound.